just trying to keep the interior straight here because our window's got to fit inside that, which we're going to build separately because it's going to have glass. So the material for that window will be different to the rest of the hut. But there we go. That's starting to look a bit more interesting. You know, even though this looks flat, it won't do when our texture's on. And not only that, we can add details to this. And maybe we want to, you know, there could be some extra planks on here that's got some repairs, some patchwork. You know, we can add a lot more detail to this if we want to, and we may do that going forward. So now I'm just going to go through and do the rest of the walls, extrude the rest of the walls all the way around, and I'm going to do that on fast forward, so I'm not doing anything weird that we haven't already done. I've done the detailed parts around here for now. Yeah, so here we go. Okay, so I'm just going to freeze this first before it gets in the way. So freeze selected, and that's just out the way then. Okay, so now I'm going to delete these faces like that, so they're not there anymore. And I'm going to turn around and I'm going to delete these faces. I want them to join together. I have to clean up the inside, inside of these edges, because otherwise we'll have floating verts and we don't want that. So delete those. Select my edges, make sure extrude's turned off, by the way. Yeah, we need to delete some of these, making sure our window doesn't get some verts that need welding here by the looks of it. By the looks of it. Let's just have a look. 0.4. Okay. Now we should be able to do this. Yep. Okay, so now we select that needs removing. Okay, we can sort the front out here. In fact, let's do that now because we don't need any of these edges at the moment. In fact, I might leave these here. Let's just get rid of these. I might leave that vertical one, because what I might do is pull out a beam along here on the edge, on the edge. Same down here. Let's just give it a bit of a sense that it's got some construction, you know, some solid build, if you like. Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah, okay, so we need to weld these verts. I've got a T-vert there, I've got a floating vert. Some peculiar reason. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, I'll go out, weld these parts to the end there. So I select all of these and move, snap to there like that. That's cool. Now just weld them. Hopefully they should just weld. Select them all. Click weld. Yeah, you saw them shift. Just check. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, undo the move. Just check this one. Yeah, that's good. Seems to work fine. Okay, there we go. So there's our basic walls. I've got to now raise the centers up. That looks good. You can see the line here is what we're aiming for. And that's it, that's good. That's fine. Let's just get rid of these edges because again we don't need these. I haven't got them on the other end, so there we go. Okay, so let's have a quick look at what we've got here. Let's just hide that. Hide both of these, and the hinges for some reason are separated from that, but we'll tackle that. So hide that. Okay, so what we need to do is clean up all these edges. We don't need a lot of these edges now. I'm just going to make some beams, you know, like we did for our doors. So extrude, and if we settings, make that 0. Local normal, make sure that's selected, and then you can just expand it out like that. Yeah, and we'll bevel that up in a minute. Click tick. Okay, so we're there. So that's cool. Let's just turn off the edges and have a look at that. Okay, I think that's fine for now. I do want to add more detail to the walls here. There'll be a lot of detail in the texture, but I think it needs more. Don't forget we need to do the floor. I'll tell you what, let's do the floor now so it's not left behind. I hate leaving things behind. What we're looking for are edge faces. And we know that there's two rats in the same position over here. If I move one, we can see them there. Right, so if we put that back and we try and weld that, it's not going to weld. So if I click on weld, let's do it 2 or 3 times. Weld, weld, weld. Okay, right, if I move that, you'll see that it hasn't welded. If you're having problems welding, welding verts together, especially around this window. I mean, all mine's welded now. I've welded those. I think should be. Did them earlier? Yeah, so all welded. So if you're having problems welding, it's because. So I undo. Let's just go back. Yeah, right. You cannot weld. See, this has got a face on it. Yeah. And this has got a face too. You cannot weld two faces together like that. You need to delete both in this case, actually. So you need to delete that one. And you need to delete these. Now they will weld. The corners will weld. These won't because there's nothing to weld to, but we'll fix that. So now if I move this, snap the verts to the corner like that. Now if I select those two like that and then click on weld, you saw the little shift there. Okay, now if I try and move that, there you go, it's welded. Now you get the split because this is not being welded to anything, so but you can see these two verts here are welded. If I click once and try and lift it, it's definitely welded. You can see this edge is moving also. So it's just a little tip for you there. And these are welded too, like that. Yeah. Okay, to fix these, we can do. Let's have a think. We can probably just delete the edges, to be perfectly honest. Yep, like that. Delete these. Yeah, that means we've got some triangles coming off here like this, some crazy triangles underneath. Let's have a look. They're either going like this or they're going way over there like that, or both. So let's have a look. And there you go, so they're going in crazy directions. And that's fine, that's pretty clean. Yep. Put that back out as it was, like that. Okay, so now this. So yeah, that's cool. You can see the edge is now fixed. Okay, I'm just going to fix the underneath, going to fix all these edges here, and then we're done. So I'll put it on fast forward. Okay, so that's it for now. That's the floors done, cleaned out, walls done, and yeah, so if we want to add more details to it, we can do that later. So now we're going to do the porch. Next we'll do the porch and the steps. Let's just turn this edges off so we can see it a bit better. Yep, that's good. We can, you know, we can make it look pretty cool using so one thing we have to think about is the size of this. If we build a cube, a meter squared cube, that's our unit size, and think about, okay, so that's, each one of those is 512 pixels for our texture or texel size. Remember we talked about this when we did the terrain. So if we measure this against our hut, we can even put a little grid on here when we do our UVs, but you know, we're going to need, so it's 1, 2, So it's about a 2K texture up to that door. Yeah, thereabouts. So 2K in width and in height. $2K again. So this piece of wall here is going to have a 2. We are going to get really close to it though. When we walk up our steps, we're going to be standing right in front of it. So we want a good pixel resolution here. So that's going to have to be a 2K texture minimum. Same with this space here, and the same with this space over here. At least probably 2. So it might be worth doing, splitting this again, because we can build materials, because we can apply materials to a section of this, and we can tile it across pretty much. So we can do 2K, 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 and at the top here we can separate that out and do, we can do a join. You won't notice. So that'd be fine. So just think about things like that. The sides we're definitely going to have to split further, and certainly the back for our materials. But we'll get to that later when we do our UVs. We can subdivide it further if we need to, and we'll put a grid on so we can actually see where our material is going to go and how it's going to sit on our mesh. So that's it for now. Make sure let's save as. Remember, it's going in our high definition, high detail folder in our mesh. And we want to call this hut walls, like that. Even though we still got a door frame in there, we can separate that out later because we've got it in here, there. So we'll separate that out, and because that's now been modified because of the floor. If you remember, we did that. Okay, so save that, and that's our walls done for now. Yep, so I'll see you in the next lecture.